Please subscribe.
The Toyota Corolla is the smash hit vehicle ever, and all things considered, it's a simple, direct conservative car that slimes esteem. The 12th age Corolla keeps that convention alive, however this time around it packs character that has been distressfully absent in past ages to incredible impact. New face, who dis? At the point when the Toyota Corolla Hatchback previously appeared, I lauded its styling, saying it gave the some time ago staid nameplate some visual power. The vehicle adjustment is similarly as great, jettisoning the insectoid front sash of its ancestor for something undeniably all the more intriguing. My XSE analyzer's lively trim methods. This Corolla has more forceful guards than the typical model. While it's overwhelming on grille in advance, it's not as exhausted as a portion of Toyota's different vehicles, similar to the Avalon. The twee minimal diffuser on the back guard is an adorable little gesture to the trim's livelier yearnings, as well. While it probably won't be as substantial as its hatchback kin, the 2020 Corolla vehicle's trunk isn't really awful. At 13.1 cubic feet, it's all that anyone could need to deal with a family of staple goods or a creative blossoms and mulch. That is incredible in an air pocket. However, the Corolla's ability relay lingers behind contenders like the Honda Civic and Volkswagen Jetta. The Corolla is a reduced vehicle, yet there's nothing minimized about its inside volume. The dashboard doesn't extend out excessively a long way from the firewall, leaving the lot feeling boundy large for both driver and traveler. The story is far superior in the subsequent column, where a 6-foot-tall traveler will have no issue sitting behind a 6-foot-tall driver. Indeed, even with the front seat slid root back, my knees still neglect to contact the seat back in the subsequent line. As far as headroom, there's bounty. The seats themselves are agreeable on long outings, and my XSE analyzer has sportier seats with appealing blue fabric embeds. The inside pursues a similar recipe as other new Toyota models, similar to the RAV4. The dashboard utilizes layering, and the entire thing feels all around catapulted together. The materials aren't the most premium inclination, yet the plastics aren't hard to the point that I stress over scraping them with a solid look. Perceivability is extraordinary, to a limited extent since Toyota moved the side mirrors to the entryway boards, making space for an additional quarter window inside the door jamb. That astounding vantage point applies to the side and back perspectives, too, leaving me to depend less on vulnerable side observing than I may some way or another need to. While it's not actually reasonable for harp on a mass showcase car for lacking unique intrigue, the Corolla has since quite a while ago lingered behind challenge like the Civic and Mazda 3 with regards to fun factor. Be that as it may, the 12th age Corolla has 4 little letters that help it make up a portion of that ground, DNGA. The Toyota New Global Architecture is an adaptable vehicle stage that supports all manner of new Toyotas, from Camry to RAV4. It gives the new Corolla a strength that it needed earlier cycles, particularly related to my XSE analyzer's sportier suspension tuning. The 225/40 R18 Yokohama Avid GT all-season tires don't have a ton of sidewall to retain street irregularities, yet on a 700-mile round outing among Detroit and Milwaukee, I never became burnt out on the ride quality, as the suspension still made an interpretation of little inconvenience into the lodge. While the suspension doesn't contribute a lot to inside clamor, the breeze and tires assuredly do. Like the RAV4 I as of late looked into, I think Toyota rationed a bit excessively hard on the clamor alleviation material, as I discover the breeze and street commotion in the lodge to be better than expected, periodically requiring an additional portion of stereo volume to overwhelm it. Lower Corolla trims manage with a 139 strength, 1.8-liter i4, yet the SE and XSE models offer more excitement. My analyzer sports the equivalent 2.0-liter i4 as found in the Corolla hatchback, putting out 169 horsepower and 151 pounds-to-foot. While it may not transmit the most lovely note on earth, It destroys emphatically and easily enough to give an individual a chance to kick back and have a great time in the wake of dropping the children at school. A portion of that originates from Toyota's S2 direct shift CVT innovation. This constantly factor transmission utilizes a reel-first apparatus, bypassing the elastic band impact found in numerous CVTs for more straightforward increasing speed far from stoplights. When first apparatus is done, it acts like a conventional CVT, and I incline toward its inclination for smoother, progressively customary activity over the reenacted rigging transforms I find in various other new autos with comparable drivetrains. It's an abnormal world when the more dominant motor choice is the more proficient one, also, however that is the situation with the 2020 Corolla. My front-wheel drive XSE analyzer is evaluated at 31 miles for every gallon city and 38 miles per gallon expressway, yet on my long excursion, I'm ready to keep interstate economy at 40 or above. In the city, a light touch on the gas pedal conveys around 33 miles per gallon. The XSE is the 2020 Corolla's most elevated non-half and half trim, and thus, this Corolla is stacked with pretty much all the tech accessible in the lineup. The main tech choice is a $1,715 bundle that includes a 9-speaker JBL sound framework and inserted root, which my analyzer needs. However, saying this doesn't imply that I have an inclination that I'm missing anything in its present condition. Similarly as with other new Toyota models, my analyzer packs a 7-inch show in the check bunch that demonstrates a huge simple speedometer with music and vehicle data tucked under its graphical curve. It offers a less diverting approach to keep up on different vehicle goings-on, and I'm constantly energetic about that. Lower trims manage with a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment framework, however my analyzer shakes a 8-inch screen. It has Apple CarPlay, yet despite the fact that Toyota has begun presenting Android Auto on certain 2020 model year vehicles, it's still outstandingly missing here. Be that as it may, the Corolla packed a lot of different traps, as HD radio and Amazon Alexa similarity. Without the inserted root accessible as an alternative, I'm utilizing Apple CarPlay to get around. However, there's an independent Toyota application accessible that offers turn-by-turn bearings, too. In general, Toyota's in-tune programming is fine. The screen reacts moderately rapidly to my sources of info, and I welcome the extra physical catches on either side of the showcase for quick route between corners of the framework. The USB ports accuse my gadgets of scurry, yet the under-dash mounting position of the sole port that empowers CarPlay means ropes will frequently be left dangling, hauling itself through whatever gunk is left on the traveler side floor mat. Putting both USB outlets in the middle rear would be a superior method for doing it. Toyota's enthusiastic about democratizing its suite of well-being frameworks and driver helps, and then remaining parts the case on Corolla. All trims, counting the base L, come furnished with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. This gathering incorporates programmed braking with person-on-foot identification, full-speed versatile journey control, path keep help, vulnerable side checking and programmed high-shaft headlights. The versatile voyage control removes a great part of the drudgery from my long outing to Milwaukee, never jostling the lodge with abrupt developments. The path keep help just offers a gossamer touch on the wheel, maintaining a strategic distance from cumbersome swerves to focus. How I'd spec it? Wearing only a lot of $249 floor mats and no extra alternatives, my XSE analyzer times in at a satisfactory $26,629 including $930 for gold. Considering this Corolla has all that I could request with a sticker price that is still about $10,000 beneath the normal exchange cost for another vehicle in 2019, this is the trim I'd stick with. I lean toward inserted root, however, so I'll pick the $1,715 bundle that includes it. That brings my out the entryway aggregate to $28,095 including goal, which isn't awful, yet once you've encountered the materials and telematics in the most recent, and likewise estimated, Mazda 3, the Corolla's worth pales a bit. Down to metal tax. The Corolla is all the more convincing for 2020, sure, however it's not immaculate. In the event that you organize driving elements over everything else, the Mazda 3 will be your most solid option, with the Honda Civic hot on its heels, and both offer more load limit. The Hyundai Elantra is most likely the nearest vehicle to the Corolla, offering extraordinary trim bundling and a respectable drive at a decent cost. On the off chance that you truly need to get it in this portion, the Chevy Cruze and Ford Focus aren't take for this planet, so there's most likely a reasonable piece of squirm room on their window stickers, yet I observe neither vehicle to be such extraordinary. While it's typically treated as what could be compared to a toaster, Toyota has indeed given the Corolla some character to support its certifications as a lastingly sheltered decision in the minimized fragment. It drives well, it's not very decrepit to take a gander at, and, maybe above all, it's evaluated forcefully for what it brings to the table. You can never turn out badly with a Corolla, however at this point, it may really work up a feeling or two.